I'm Yong Jie. I'm from Glints. I'm a co-founder and chief software architect at Glints. I think when we first took a look at Lark, we weren't actually super sure, but the main thing that attracted us initially in the early stages was definitely we could consolidate so many of our tools into a single one. So that's what got Lark through the door. And since then, we have started realizing that, hey, there's so much more value with a fully integrated product. We didn't have to stitch together different things. Really. At first, we look at the communication being the strongest things because we do have a lot of workflows that were in the past before we even go into like optimizing things with Lark's toolset. So what we found out is that like translations was pervasive throughout the entire product. And for us, we have a pretty geographically distributed team. We have team members in Beijing, we have team members in Philippines, in Indonesia, Vietnam. English is probably the second language, and I think that's what like sort of like the initial wedge, right, for Lark was. I'm a software engineer by trade. So one of the greatest things I like about Lark is that it's a product that doesn't shy from exposing full power. And what I mean by that is that at least when it relates to our team, we have I think we have an automations platform, AnyCross, and then that gives us the ability to sort of like have a far more efficient way of connecting with our existing systems, right? And that speaks to the engineer in me. We move from a bunch of tools, but the most predominant and painful tools that folks were concerned about is Google Workspace and Slack, because Slack is where basically all work happens before we move to Lark. And then with Google Workspace, folks were worried about losing things like, can I still use Google Sign In and all that kind of stuff. But with people who have used or migrated to Lark before, we spoke to them, we heard their stories. I think we eventually were able to chart out like a feasible path and sort of convince the entire leadership team that, hey, this is the right move for us, right? Next phase is for us is really about like, how can we continue to build momentum and excitement, especially amongst our business users who are not like the early adopters of the powerful features, right? And really get them to like bring their use cases to the table and transform, because after all, they know their use cases is best, right? So if you give them a tool that works, I think it's far more efficient